Shabbat Shalom, L'chaim, L'chaim. This week's Torah portion is Emor. It goes through mostly the rituals and the laws of the Kohanim, as well as different sacrifices they brought and the holidays. Things like Shabbat, Pesach, the Omer, bringing the Omer offering, all the different holidays. And I didn't have so much time this week to really get into it. I was just I traveled to the US and just got back today. And I wanted to say one little thing that really impacted me while on my trip. Something that me and Ayala kept saying to each other as we were going through this trip is that we have to have faith. You know, you're in a different country, that you don't know how things have changed. We all see the news about what's going on in America, so we weren't sure what to expect really. We kept saying, at this point, remove yourself, it's in Hashem's hands. And as soon as we got back, we kind of said, okay, finally, we're back home now, we're in Israel, and we could go back to normal life. And I feel like we kind of briefly, for that moment, forgot about this thing that we were reminding ourselves all the time, that Hashem is really in control. And when I think of the Kohanim, these were the people that were really the priests of Hashem. They were the closest to Hashem in terms of the Jewish hierarchy. And we look to them as leaders and role models. And when you look at the different commandments that they're given, they really emphasize this idea. So the first thing that came to mind when I was thinking about the Kohanim and this idea of really trusting in Hashem and always thinking about Him was the very opening of the Torah portion, Emor. That Rashi explains that when it says that you must speak to the Kohanim, it uses a double expression of speak. And Rashi says that this double expression is to admonish the elder Kohanim to basically take responsibility for the younger Kohanim. And in our society, in our religion, we really look to our older generations. We really look to the parents and our grandparents and all those who came before us as role models. And not everyone does that. Not every culture and religion does that. They think they're innovating the new path. In reality, we look back to our forefathers and we look to them as role models for Emunah, role models for what it means to truly believe in Hashem and to trust in Hashem. And that's something that came up for me and Ayala as we were traveling. That our forefathers, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, always walked with Hashem. They always had Hashem. And it's something that we should take with us even when we're living in the Holy Land, even when Hashem is with us constantly 24/7. We mustn't forget that He always is with us and that He's always controlling every little detail. Even if you miss a flight like we did, Hashem's got a plan for you. It's all gamzu letzov, it's all for the best. So that's the short little Dvar Torah, the little message I wanted to leave everyone with. Shabbat Shalom.